Do you ever notice holding on to anger feels heavier than the person who hurt you? In this episode, we're talking about grudges, why we cling on to them, and how letting go can actually set you free.
Everything said on this podcast is strictly for vibes and entertainment. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. And definitely don't try to make it deeper than it is. Nobody's being exposed. Nobody's being subbed. If the shoe fits, lace it up. But that's on you. Also, please don't take advice from someone sitting on their bed with a mic. Be smart. Stay safe. Enjoy this episode.
Just me sitting on my bed talking to you like we've been friends. Hi, it's me again, Muna Karim here, and bringing you the Dopest Discreet things. Today is episode 14, Why We Hold Grudges. Enjoy. Like I said, and I'll forever always say every single podcast episode, I do my podcast in segments. So we're going to start off with segment 1, which is why we cling. I feel like grudges feel like an armor when it comes to human beings. Oh, and like before anything, disclaimer, everything I say is my opinion. This is how I feel. And if you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. You're here to listen, whatever. But don't take it and run with it. If you take it and run with it, I guess that's you. Like I was saying, I feel like grudges feel like an armor. They make us feel safe in a way. Well, it makes a human feel safe in a way. But in all reality, what in the fuck are you protecting? You're not protecting shit. You're just holding a grudge like a mad ass bitch. I feel like you're really not protecting anything. Often it's not ourselves. It's just our egos, our pride, or the expectation that someone will finally make it right when the whole time ain't nobody coming back to apologize, ain't nobody coming back to do anything. You're just gonna forever be a mad ass bitch if you don't get over it. Simple. That's literally what it is. Like, I realize holding grudges don't do shit but upset you even more and more and more and more, especially if you know whoever you're holding a grudge towards is not ever gonna change, or whatever the grudge is that you're holding against them, ain't nothing gonna change about it. So you might as well go ahead and just get over that. As a human being, whatever you're holding that grudge for towards that person, you replay in your head over and over again, and you're imagining an apology that never comes, which fuels up the grudge that you're already holding. Again, I do always ask my professor hella questions. I just ask him a lot of questions, so I know a lot about everything. I know a lot about a lot. So when it comes to grudges, he has said that especially if you're holding a grudge towards somebody, you're expecting an apology, you're expecting that communication or that closure or whatever the case may be. So you replay it and it gets to a point where you even rehearse the confrontation in your mind just in case that person does come back and apologize or does come back and want to have a conversation. Whole time that person is not even thinking about you. That's all I'm saying. And then he went back to saying, like, that's why as a human being, holding grudges doesn't do anything but drain you, because if the person was going to apologize or do whatever the case may be, they would have been did it. You wouldn't be holding that grudge, because y'all would have been had that conversation or been had anything that had to do before you started holding that grudge. So I'm like, okay. My professor also mentioned, like, when a human being keeps on rehearsing that confrontation or whatever the case may be, it may feel like protection, but it's really that one human being keeping themselves in the past. It led him back to saying, which was the whole point of our conversation, why humans shouldn't hold a grudge. And I was like, that's when I was like, oh shoot, that's my next podcast episode. Because as a human being, I feel like you shouldn't be holding no grudge towards anybody, honestly. Because 9 times out of 10, only you know you're holding that grudge, which in the end drains nobody but you. If you think about it this way. Every day you hold on to resentment, right? It's another day you're carrying on someone else's energy, which is draining as fuck. That weight doesn't punish them. It punishes you. That's why I'm saying, like, holding grudges doesn't drain nobody but yourself. That's why I said, move it to the side. Fuck them. That was it for segment 1, why we cling. Segment 2 is my story. Like I think I have been doing story times, or like little story times, or just my side or my point of view on whatever the podcast episode might be about. I feel like that's what my segment 2 is. That's what it would consist of from here on out. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest, because I'm just honest person. As a human being, I've held grudges against people multiple times throughout my life, because in that moment, people that I actually cared about deeply hurt me in ways that were hard to understand in that moment. I'm like, why me? Why in the fuck are you doing that to me when I have been nothing but good to you? I'm confused. But at first I tried to like rationalize it, thinking I would hear explanation or somebody reaching out to me or an apology, whatever the case may be. But then the apology never came. The conversation never came. Actually, it did. No. It didn't. It's like you cut somebody off and then they reach out to you. But in that moment, you're so like naive. I don't even know. It's like that's what you're thinking they're about to do. But then they talk to you like as if nothing happened. So now it's pissing you off even more. Like, why in the fuck would I even let this person have a conversation with me again? Like, that's how I was feeling. But after that, with no contact. Because I'm like, yeah, they're never going to change. But, and every time that person crossed my mind or those people crossed my mind, whoever I was holding a grudge towards, I felt, I don't think it was, actually it was anger. I felt the anger like it was something living inside of me. Like it was like fire, like filled to the fire. It was getting like I was balling up all this anger, which later turned into a grudge. And I'm just like, wait, bruh, like they don't even give a fuck about you because they did what they did to you. So why are you over here holding on to this? They gotta go. They gotta go now. So what I had did was I wrote it down. I typed it down first because I really couldn't get to no paper. I didn't give a fuck too much about paper and pen at that time. I typed it in my notes, my phone notes. Every word that I wanted to say to them, I could say. After that, I felt some type of relief. I prayed on it, prayed over it, kept praying even after the fact. And I cried. I let myself feel. Because one thing about me, I am not scared to cry. I am not scared to show how I feel, my emotions. I'm in tune with my emotions. I know me, very confident woman. So nobody can ever make me feel less than for showing my emotions. I don't give a fuck. That's crazy. And then after that, I just let it go. That's it. And with letting it go, I let that person go too. They are still blocked to this day. I'm proud of myself. Thank you. But because only if you know, bro, if you know how hard no contact is, especially with somebody that used to be a part of your daily routine. Nobody ever talks about that. So from talking to that person every day, from just next day, boom, done. Yeah, that took me some courage, and I did it though. You can do anything you put your mind to. Out of sight, out of mind. She had to be blocked everywhere. Yes, she, yes, she, yeah. At the end of the day, blocked them everywhere. Not because they deserved it, because they did deserve it anyway, but just because I just needed a peace of mind. Honestly, like I said, out of sight, out of mind, peace of mind. Needed to start my healing journey, and I can say today I'm fully healed. This specific story or grudge or person I was holding a grudge upon happened years ago, and I can say today, 2025, I'm finally healed. That's why I'm so cautious of who I let in my life and who I let have my time, and I don't play that shit. I don't tolerate a lot of shit. A lot of people may see it as, oh damn, like you and quick to leave. No, I just don't tolerate bullshit. You're a grown-ass man, grown-ass woman. You know what you're doing, bro. That's how I look at it. My point of view, it might be crazy to look at everything that way, but I just feel like that's a good way to look at shit. Everybody know what they doing. Everybody know if they hurting you. Everybody think before they do. Well, not everybody think before they do shit, but when it comes to somebody's feelings, like, you know what you're doing, bro. I'm about to flip in this bitch and blow up. For real. They just keep walking around. This is why I create my podcast episodes when they sleep. We cough in here, we walk in here, closing doors. Hello, nobody gives a fuck. Okay. This why when they go to sleep, I'm gonna be slamming all the kitchen cabinets. I'm gonna be slamming all the bathroom doors. I'm gonna be slamming every fucking thing. Bet that up. At the end of the day, holding on to a grudge had kept me tied to their actions, and I realized the only person that was being hurt in this was me. They did what they did. They obviously did not give a fuck too much or at all. So for me to sit here and hold this grudge towards them, it doesn't do anything but hurt me in the end. Literally. So I'm trying to get at this whole episode. That's all it does. Grudges don't do nothing but drain you and make you more sad and have you thinking of the past. You gotta get out of that. Snap into reality, which is right now, here, today. That was it for segment 2, my story. Next is segment 3, which is how letting go sets you free. Let's get into it. I had to sit with myself and tell myself that releasing grudges doesn't mean you forget what happened to you or whatever the case may be. It doesn't mean that you condone what happened or whatever the case may be. It just means you refuse to let that person or someone else control your peace any longer. The strongest people I know in my life today are the ones that let go quietly, and I'm one of them strongest people. I didn't cause a scene. I didn't go to jail. I didn't go slash nobody tires. I didn't crash out about nothing. I just simply left that person alone, and that right there speaks volume on me in my character. Literally. Because if I tell y'all what happened, y'all would have been like, and you did nothing? I know how to control myself. That shit hurt me to the core, but hey, we here though. I'm here though, and I'm living, and I'm beautiful, and I'm blessed, and I'm happy. Do you see me? Okay. Okay. Like, I'm cool. I got God with me. I got my siblings. I got my mother. I have my mother, I have my nephews and my nieces. I have people around me that love me. I have my supporters. I have everybody that I need. At the end of the day, I feel like I don't need to explain myself. Nobody has to explain themselves. Nobody doesn't need that validation. I don't need that validation from nobody because I know me. I know I'm confident in whatever choice I make for me in my life. I don't need to keep revisiting the past because it doesn't do anything but bring me bad memories and just takes me to a deep, dark place I don't need to be. And I'm already over that. I let myself cry, heal, feel, reflect, and I would never put myself in that situation again. Simple. That's just how it goes. That's how my life goes. When you let go of somebody that's toxic, you reclaim your energy. When you let go of anybody that's not good for you, you reclaim your energy. You can love better. You can live better. You can look better. Lord, yes, you could look better. I know a little one too about that. I'm just like, but what was I saying? You could just move you could just move forward without the baggage of anger or resentment towards whoever the case may be. Real power isn't holding on, it's letting go. That was it for segment 3, how letting go sets you free. Next is my question of the video. I do this in every single episode. This question of the video, you do not have to answer in the comments below. You can answer in my DMs, or you can just think on it and just basically let it be something you reflect on. What's one grudge you've held that's been heavier on you than the person who hurt you? I held a grudge towards 2 people in my life, my whole life. I could tell y'all the 2 people because I have no problem telling y'all. This one girl and my father. I think I spoke on my father in one of the videos. For my father, it's basically how he wasn't really in my life specifically, and to this day still isn't, but he's still alive. I did speak on this. I was like grieving an alive parent. That was one of my episodes. So he was one of them, but I let that go because it's like he's a grown-ass man. He know I'm here, my nigga. You not stupid, bro. So you can do what you want to do. Okay, cool, whatever. I let that go. And the girl, she had did some really, really crazy, stupid shit. So I let that go. I want to say whenever the incident happened, a good 2 weeks to a month, that's when I let it go. Because that shit was weighing heavy on me, yo. But I let that go. And now we're in 2025 and I'm okay. I'm okay without both of them, literally. I never held a grudge towards anybody else. That's it for this episode. Thank you for listening to the Dopest Discreet Podcast. You can listen on Apple Music or you can watch on YouTube. This is your host, Muna Karim. I will see you in episode 15. Damn, we want to be on 15? What the fucky? Damn. Round of applause. I think I'm gonna go out. And I'm about to hit 200. I'm about to hit 200 subscribers. Last time I checked, I was like at 190. Cause I was replying to y'all comments. But yeah, I'm all up here though. Gang.